it's Luke. I wanted to talk to you guys today. I hope you guys have been having an awesome day today. Hope you guys have been getting out there, finding leads, talking to sellers, giving offers. I hope you guys have been taking massive action right now, okay? I wanted to do this video because I wanted to talk to you guys about motivated sellers, okay? Motivated sellers are pretty much the cream de la creme of the business, of any real estate investing business, because a motivated seller is pretty much your key to finding deals for a very small fraction of what they could be worth when they're fixed up, okay? So I wanted to talk to you guys. I actually just got this lead here that came in, and I wanted to talk about motivation level. This lead right here, super motivated, okay? And I just kind of wanted to talk about, how can you tell whether or not a seller is motivated? How, what is it about a seller that lets you know, okay, this is somebody I need to jump on like today, I need to call them back immediately, or is it somebody that's just trying to see what they can get? Now, I'm gonna tell you like this: when it comes to me and a motivated seller, personally, I like to spend my time where there's somebody that really wants to sell right here and right now, because that's where the deals are at, right? So for somebody who is just maybe they don't want to sell, and maybe they're just calling me because they just want to know what the house is worth, and that's okay. I encourage you guys to always call these people back and just to see in what way you can help them. But at the end of the day, you're only gonna be doing deals with people who are ready to sell right now. So what is it that you should be looking for in a seller that will give you the indication that they're ready to go right now? So that's what this video is about, guys. It's about how to identify when a seller is highly motivated and when you need to take massive action immediately, and to make sure that you're the one who gets the deal before anybody else does. Okay, so I wanted to just kind of mention something here. I'm looking at a lead right now. Again, this lead came in here, and I wanted to kind of use this sort of as a case study. Every single seller that I talk to, guys, every single seller that we contact, we always ask them, why are they selling? Okay, and this is a very important question that you should always ask each and every one of your sellers, because it'll give you an idea of what it is or the reason why they decided to pick up their phone and call you. Every seller has a reason why they're looking to sell. Some of the sellers' reasons are maybe the house is in terrible shape and they can't keep up with it, and it's just too overwhelming for them to keep up with. That's a great reason to sell. That's a great reason to sell. And as a matter of fact, in my experience, that's a highly motivated seller. Somebody who has a property they can no longer take care of. It's too much. It's a burden for them, and they just want to get rid of it. By the way, guys, anytime a seller tells you, I just want to get rid of it, jump on that. Highly motivated seller, okay? Super motivated. Because think about it, anybody who wants to get rid of something, they don't care, they just want it gone. It's like a pain. It's like a pain in their back. So your job would be to get rid of that pain. So a lot of times sellers who want to get rid of it, they tend to pretty much accept practically anything for their properties, okay? This particular person, when we asked them, what is the reason why they are selling, they actually told us, I hate living in Florida. Literally. Like, they let us know that they hate living in Florida. Now, to me, if anybody tells me that they hate anything, that means that they'd rather be doing anything else but whatever that thing is that they hate. So the fact that this person hates living in Florida and they want to leave, this sounds like a very motivated seller, okay? And another thing too, guys, a lot of times a good thing to ask the seller is, how soon are they looking to close, okay? If the seller is telling you that they want to close as soon as possible, that's an indication of motivation, of high motivation, okay? If the seller is telling you that in 30 days, I'm in no rush, that's not really as motivated. Not to say that there's not a deal there, but it's just not someone who's ready to take action right now, okay? Another thing too, guys, if the property is in bad shape, always ask your sellers whether or not what the shape of the property that they have is in. Always ask them, the condition of the property. If the property is in bad condition, in their opinion, that's usually a good sign that they're willing to negotiate, willing to come down on their price, okay? Especially if they want to get rid of it. They know it's in terrible shape. They just want to get whatever they can get for the property, okay? Whatever they can get, okay? Another thing, okay? If the property's vacant, that's also a sign of motivation, okay? Because they're not making any money on this property. As a matter of fact, they're losing money every single year by paying taxes, property insurance if they have it, which you're supposed to have it in the state of Florida. But you're paying property taxes, property insurance every single year on a property that, for one, you don't live in, and for two, it doesn't make you any money. So that's literally money that they're just spending, and it becomes a liability, okay? So a lot of times, a person like that who has a property that's vacant can be motivated. And just to let you know, guys, when you have a mixture of these different points that I just talked about, like for instance, let me give you a scenario of someone. Let's say you have a seller you talk to, and the seller's property is vacant, okay? Let's say that the seller is unable to take care of the property. Let's say that they live out of state, okay? And let's say that the property is in terrible shape, okay? You know, let's just say that they want it gone. This is the reason why they tell you, you know, when you ask them, they say they want it gone. They want to get rid of it. That right there is a super crazy motivated seller because they have all 5 of those points. They have more than one motivation point, okay? So that's just some things to think about, guys, okay? When you're talking with your seller, the best thing you can do to detect motivation is ask questions, guys. Ask questions, okay? Hey, I noticed your property is vacant. You know, is there any reason why it's vacant? Okay, ask them why it's vacant. That's you know, a lot of times you can find motivational cues by asking questions like that. Another thing you could ask them if it's vacant is how long has it been vacant? Have they seen it? When was the last time they seen it? Because the reason why you ask that is because if the person has no desire, or excuse me, if the person hasn't seen the property in a very long time, obviously they haven't had any desire to go see it, for one. And for two, if it's been vacant for just as long as they haven't seen it, obviously they don't really care about that property like that. You see, so a lot of times, and those are a lot of times the properties that are in really bad shape. That the grass is super high, you know, the ceiling's all caved in, falling down. You know, they just can't take care of it for whatever, you know, for whatever the reasons are. They can't take care of it. They're not able to keep up with it. And a lot of times those sellers, they're motivated, and it makes a whole lot more sense for them just to sell it and get whatever cash they can get instead of trying to figure out what to do with it. I mean, they haven't been making money off of however long. They might as well, you know, make some money off it now. Okay. So yeah. So, you know, that's just a couple things to think about, guys, when you're talking with your sellers. You know, you want to ask them questions. You want to, you know, pick their brain, see their motivation level, and just so you know, a couple key words to look out for when you're speaking with your sellers, guys, is or key phrases. I just want to get rid of it. Okay. It has too many repairs. Okay. I hate it, or I hate living wherever it is. I don't want it. Okay. Or another motivation factor, guys, is health. Okay, a person's health. Okay, if a person has been having a lot of health complications, or maybe they might have lost a family member, or maybe a spouse, a lot of times that's grounds for a motivated seller. Okay, guys. So that's another thing to consider. And that's just a couple things, guys. I mean, there's other things as well that a seller may tell you, but you know, I just really want to drill the fact that when you're speaking with your seller, you want to ask them a lot of questions. Okay, ask them a lot of questions, and ask them motivational type of questions. You know, you pick their brains, see where their mind is at, see what they want to do with the house, see what their end goal is. Especially people who got mortgages, guys. I mean, if someone has a mortgage and they're behind on their mortgage payments, that's a highly motivated seller. That's a highly motivated seller. They can't pay their mortgage. I mean, that's a highly motivated seller. I've gotten deals like that. As a matter of fact, I've gotten some deals where the seller had plenty of equity in their property, but they just couldn't afford to keep up with the mortgage payments, and they sold me the house for the mortgage payment. You know, so I got a house for cheap for what they had left on the house. so that, you know, you just want to find that pain point for them, and you want to just be the solution to that pain point. But first, you got to find that pain point, guys. You got to find that pain point first, okay? And some sellers, they don't really even have a pain point. Some of them, you know, they're financially, you know, their finances are good. They may not have any problem taking care of their house. You know, they just don't really have a pain point. Maybe they're just calling because they just want to know what your offer is. As a real estate investor in our business and what we do, especially as wholesalers, you know, our bread and butter are those folks who actually need our help, who actually have a good reason to sell, and who actually are motivated to sell, and they're ready to move today, okay? Or for some of them yesterday, like they really need to move. So that's why I want to make this video, guys. I wanted you guys to have some sort of pointers, some sort of tip as to how to detect motivation level. I know that can be a challenge, especially when you're starting out and you're getting started. But I can promise you, the better you get at identifying motivation level, and you know, knowing when a seller is ready to sell versus when a seller is just kind of like just dragging you along, it's extremely valuable, because it's going to save you a lot of time and it's going to make you more money. Okay, so get out there, guys. If you guys aren't out there talking to sellers, talk to sellers. Okay, if you guys aren't out there making offers, make offers. Go to appointments. Okay, leads become appointments, appointments become offers, offers becomes deals.